Okay, so here I go again. I'm sitting here with this Xbox Connect, I think is what it's called. I'm getting old and stuff. I'm almost pushing 32. Whew, did I say that out loud? Oh my goodness. Anyway, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna try to get it to go to Netflix. I guess you wave at it, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. When I first seen this thing, man, I'm telling you, when it moves by itself, I was like, is there a ghost in the house? I seen it move, man. I knew I wasn't drinking that much that night, for real. There we go. Oh, now you gotta leave it there and stuff. Yeah, see it flashing at me. And I guess that when it goes on Netflix, you can slide the movies. I don't know, all new stuff I just ain't used to. But anyway, but the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm talking about the newer technology versus the older technology. I'm really missing my, old school games and stuff like that, like the the Donkey Kong, Q*bert, old school Duck Hunt, all that good stuff. I guess I gotta wave at it again. I was out of range, but I guess it lets you slide on over and just pull the movies to the side with your hand, which I think that's kind of tight. I'm just looking at it like, damn. And they got games and stuff, like, you move your hands. They was having a party over here the other day, and kids were all over the place, like, on the floor and stuff, and I guess, it was just a whole bunch of crap. It was crazy. They were all over the floor like it's the Wii, hiding behind the couch and stuff, and you got to jump real high, scoot back. I'm like, wow. I'm like really easily enthused when it comes to stuff like that because I'm like on the older side. So when I see stuff like that, I'm not hip to. I'm like, for real? Knowing I'm too damn old to even be, doing that type of stuff. But it's fun. It's kind of like just living life, loving it. But back to what I was talking about. I was on Amazon today and I seen a new NES for I think it was like $40, and I want to get it for Christmas. I really do want to get it for Christmas. They had the most expensive one. I think it was like almost $200 something. But see, it also came with like 6 games, I think, and all this extra stuff that goes with it, like the old school gun that comes with Duck Hunt that you got to have in order to play that game. Let me try to think. No, sorry, I'm tired, but they just had a whole bunch of stuff, and I really, really, really want to get one. So I might buy myself it for Christmas. I'm also gonna get that Metroid, and I'm thinking on getting the Super Nintendo. I don't know because I really miss my old Mortal Kombat. Where they had new Sabat on there. It's just, they had the little fatalities. They got that on there now, but, ain't nothing like the old school games. Ain't nothing like it, And, it's just that, I think about forgetting that Metroid, that you got to finish that game a certain way for it to restart to be the female. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that I really want to get. That's old school games, My best friend, he had a Dreamcast, and he had every single game you could possibly think of, every fighting game you could probably think of. There was this game on the Dreamcast. It was a basketball game though, but it wasn't basketball. You could do what they call it, street dancing and break dancing on that game. And then you can go from the break dancing right into shooting the hoop. It was just really crazy. I love the game. It was just sitting here just reminiscing off of it. But yeah, I think that my favorite game out of all that was Metroid. I love Metroid. I never was able to become the female because I never finished the game like a certain way. So I was never able to become the female. But Yeah, I don't know. This hard technology is just a whole bunch of, to me, it's just a whole bunch of waste of money that they're investing in. I just don't get it, the whole touch thing, all that crap. I just don't get it why they're doing that. But um but like gas prices are super high, but they're mainly focused on video games and stuff like that, It's crazy. But they need to focus on lowering the damn gas prices down. For real. Anyway, but yeah, me and my best friend we used to sit up like all night long just playing fighting games on the Dreamcast and the PS2, like Capcom vs. SNK 2, Marvel's Capcom 3, what's another one? Uh, X-Men versus Street Fighter. Oh my goodness, that was my favorite because you get to cause you got to play like Wolverine. See, Ken and Ryu, they went back to the first Street Fighter when it wasn't Ken and Ryu. It was like Player 1 and Player 2, and then that's when they came up with the Street Fighter 2, which it had Sagat on there with the tight ass penny draws on, and had him sound like a straight fag, and he looked like he was skinny. Oh my God, he looked like he was on crack. I mean, oh my goodness. Anybody has a video game history, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Final Fight. What's the other one? With the dinosaurs. Oh my goodness, I forget what that's called. If anybody knows what that's called, please comment on that. But yeah, I know that the Xbox has it for download and stuff like that, but some of the games I haven't been able to find. I know that they do have Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but that's the only one I've seen that's really old school that I like. But can't bring you can bring old school back. We just gonna have to look for it, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just want to get my NES and my Super Nintendo, and even though I feel like I say that, people be laughing at me and stuff. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, like I said, when I first saw that Connect and I seen it move by itself, I ain't gonna lie. That night, I had been sipping on a little bit of hand and some Patron that night. I was, oh my gosh, and I was looking at the thing and I seen it moving. I'm like, did that thing just move by itself? And at first I thought I was tripping, but then I asked my friend, I was like, did it really move? And she was like, yeah, it moves when you first turn it on. I must have swore I thought I seen a ghost or something walk past me. I'm like, man, things moving up in the room by itself and all that stuff, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm finna go. I'll just holler at y'all later. I just wanted to talk to you on some levels of craziness right now about video games and stuff like that. I hope you guys can relate to what I'm talking about. All right, yeah.